Hey, welcome back to Grandpa KC. Grandpa's always welcome to have you here. If this is your first time here, thanks for checking us out. And if you're already a channel member, thank you for returning. Hey, today we're going to be talking about USB connectivity or port connectivity. I have a couple products from BenFi who they sent over, which solve some of the problems that many of us are facing. I'm going to be talking about those products and how to use them, but most importantly, the problems that you may find when you're using any type of USB or connectivity products. Again, don't forget that you can support the channel by buying us a cup of coffee. Give us a like, it doesn't hurt you anything. Subscribe, please. That helps YouTube know that you like us. And you can also hit the thank you button, send us a couple dollars, or becoming a channel member. Anyway, let's get into this show. You won't be disappointed. Leave it in the comments. Thanks. Well, let's talk about some of the problems that you may run into. One of them, obviously the most common problem with most people, is they run out of USB ports. And if you're on the go, that's a situation that you don't want to have happen. Or you just want to be able to plug in certain devices like your mouse or anything else into a place that you can connect to. Well, one of the problems I happen to have with this particular Acer laptop, of course, is that it has limited number of ports, and it doesn't have a Ethernet connection. Now that is not so much a problem as with today with a lot of places I go to having Wi-Fi. But the other problem I find is that I still, when I'm traveling, find hotels that their Wi-Fi is public, and you don't want to use that. So you want to be able to connect directly to the hotel's Wi-Fi. But when you have a laptop like this that doesn't have that, one of the products that BenFi has is a 3-port USB 3.0 and an Ethernet connector. And I can either connect that using a USB 2.0 or 3.0 connector right here, or the USB-C port. Now obviously the USB-C port is going to give you the fastest output of all the ports. So if you're going to be using the Ethernet and you want up to 1 gigabyte of speed, this will be the fastest connector. But if you don't have a USB-C port or it's occupied, you could use the USB 3.0 socket, which also will downgrade to a 2.0. That's a real good solving problem. The other thing is, I don't know how many of you now, you're connecting your computer to various devices and using it. And one of the problems I have with doing this is the test channel and a tech channel is that I'm constantly unplugging, replugging, connecting different cables. And I need a cable that's going to last, because I've tested a few products on this channel where the cable is literally that I pull it out in and out of the socket a couple times, and before you know it, the cable's broken inside, and I don't love it anymore. But BenFi's DisplayPort cables and display cables use a gold tip standard. And not only that, the cable itself is extremely durable. I have BenFi cables that are now over 3 years old, and as you know, this show, I'm constantly testing different products and unplugging, and I need cables that are going to do. So if you're looking for a DisplayPort cable, USB cable, whatever it is, that's the way to go. I found myself just now more and more just saying this is the product I'm going to use. So another thing is when you have limited ports, like on my laptop, I only have 2 USB 3.0 and 1 USB-C. And there are times I need a more powerful or more multi-versatile port connector. So BenFi also makes one here that has a nice hefty power supply with it, and with long cords. That's another thing that just drives me crazy, and why I like BenFi so much is because, for one thing, you get a powered USB connecting power supply. Number one is, you and I know that that the distance between those cords is a long distance. And I have had people send me these type of devices and then a power supply with a short cord. I mean, what are you going to do with this? Now you got to get an extension cord. And the power supply is rated almost poorly. Where Benfei makes a power supply that you know it's going to last, it's built well, and at the same time, there's a long cord. Now, the reason why you use something like this, it's very simple. When you have multiple USB devices plugged in at the same time, you can run into what is known as controller overrun or bandwidth overrun. What happens is some devices require a lot of bandwidth on the USB port, and when you plug multiple of them and at the same time, the computer will shut down and shut off the port. The way you solve that is you buy a device like this, so you can still plug all those devices into one port, but at the same time you can turn them on and off, right? So that only the devices you need to use at that exact time can be run. Also, what's nice about this particular charging station, it also has a charging station built in. So this one is marked with this nice orange color, indicating that, like, say, if you're charging a phone or charging a laptop or something like that, you can use this port and you're going to be good to go. And like I said, what I again love about Benfei products is that they give me a nice, long, sturdy cable. I can't tell you, like I said, how many times I've bought a product or had a product come in for testing and they give me a cheap little cord like this, and before you know it, it's moved around, it's bending, forget it, right? Now, check out my other videos on Benfei products. If you're looking for a good sturdy product and you want something to last, that's the way to go. Check out my other videos. I did a video just recently on M2 housings and regular 2.5-inch housings. They just last. Check out those videos. Until next time, this is your Grandpa Casey. The bottom line is, if you're looking for a good, steady product that you know is going to be around for a long time, check out the Benfei line. Now, this video is not sponsored, but I am leaving you the links in the description where you can find some of these products and check them out. Again, don't forget you can like, share, and subscribe. It really helps the channel when you hit that like button. And if you like this content and you want me to continue making it, you can either buy me a cup of coffee, hit the thank you button, send over a couple of dollars, or become a channel member. Anyway, until next time, this is your Grandpa Casey out. It's so good to hear from you again. I'll see you in the next video.